We are live, we are live, we are live. Okay, yeah. Welcome, beautiful people of the world, beautiful people of YouTube, my subscribers, everybody here on the internet. Welcome back to another brand new video. Not just a brand new video, it's actually a brand new video in a brand new year. I appreciate everybody that is alive watching this video, and for those of us that are not alive, how managed are you watching this video? Or do they still allow phones on the other side? That's another topic for another day. So welcome everybody. I hope you enjoyed your New Year celebrations, Christmas celebrations, all the celebrations, everything. I hope you had an amazing time, and I hope you have good anticipation and preparations for this new year. I hope this new year is already moving fine for you, and we are back on the YouTube channel where I tell stories. And remember, these are not just stories. These stories are actually filled with insight, wisdom, and principles, meaning these stories can actually help transform and improve your life with a little smile. So these stories can actually help because they have principles in them that you could actually relate and add to other things. So enjoy, take notes if you wish, and just sit back and most importantly use your imagination to paint all these pictures. Awesome. Are you with me? So let's go. And by the way, the channel, a little things have changed. It's a new year, so I want to take things a little bit more intentional and serious. So I had to update the channel and I now have a schedule, a proper schedule, and also change the channel's name. Why did I change the name? I thought, the former name of the channel was Captain Sixth Mate. And every time I said the name of that channel, it made me laugh. It just sounded too funny, so I just changed it to my name. Thank God, Naji, that's the name of the channel now. Because that's Captain Sixth Mate, just sounds funny. So that's the new name of the channel now. Thank God, Naji, that's my name. And we now have a schedule where we upload, and it will be every Mondays and Fridays. That's when we upload, and I re-updated some thumbnails and all that stuff. So without more further sayings and things, by the way, Happy New Year and Christmas celebration in past tense or in areas. Yes. So let's get into today's video and see you on the inside of my head. There was once a guy named Pam, and Pam wanted to be a leader. Pam wanted to be these motivational speakers, these people that speak and inspire people, people that talk and people their lives transform. That's what Pam wanted to do. And this guy Pam, things were not kicking off for him, because most of the time these motivational speakers, they usually have all these stories, but Pam had no story. Pam was just a regular guy trying to make ends meet. So things were not kicking off, but Pam, deep down, Pam knew that he was born to be this motivational speaker, leader, all this kind of stuff, and inspire people, talk, people hear, and their life get transformed. So since things were not kicking off for Pam, Pam had to do some other things to make ends meet. And one of the things that Pam did was poultry. Pam started raising chickens, birds, for meat and eggs and those kind of stuff. But Pam also had a parrot. He had a pet parrot that kept him company, because Pam at the time, not married, didn't have kids, his brothers and sisters are in different states, different places, and Pam was just alone. So he had this pet parrot that he talked with, and they do a lot of things here and there. So Pam had his poultry, had his pet parrot, wanting to become a motivational speaker. That's what was Pam's life all about. But now, since things were not kicking off, Pam was still refining his gift, listening to other motivational speakers as they are speaking. He's listening. But the funny thing is, Pam usually listened to these motivational speakers with his parrot. And parrots, what they hear, they say. What they hear, they say. And before you know, he listened to these things hours and hours and hours. And this pet parrot that Pam had was also listening to these things that Pam was listening to, motivational speeches like, you can do it, everything is possible, nothing is impossible, just believe, all these kind of things. So as Pam was listening, refining his gifts, getting more better with the whole public speaking, public talking thing, and his pet parrot also refining himself subconsciously, because the parrot was like, why is this guy watching this thing? But the parrot was also there learning about all this kind of stuff. So what now happened was, as Pam was learning, the parrot was learning, and the parrot started becoming better and better and better at these motivational speeches. So Pam and the parrot will just be motivating each other and talking, just having casual conversations. So the parrot and Pam were buddies, and the parrot also took a little bit responsibility from Pam. He helped Pam here and there around the house, and one of the things that the parrot helped Pam to do was feed the chickens. So the parrot usually fed the chicken. He would just grab the bag of their feed and just jump and tear it inside the cage and shake it for everybody, and all the chickens gather and they just have fun and they just laugh and go. So but now this parrot is receiving all this information about motivational speeches. Everything is possible. You could fly like an eagle, you could roar like a lion, all this kind of stuff. So every time now, if the parrot is on its own, when Palm is not around, Palm went to do some other stuff, the parrot is feeling this urge to just keep talking, this and speaking, just inspiring. So what the parrot used to do was, anytime he entered the cage of these chickens, he started talking, he said, guys, I have something to say. They just started talking with this chicken, inspiring them, giving them all these words. Oh man, this, that, everything is possible. You could do this, you could fly like eagles, you could do this, you could do that, just inspiring them. Oh god, every of those birds, all the chickens in that place laughed at that parrot. They laughed, ha 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 ha. They laughed and made a mockery of him. They told him, look, don't come here and lie to us. We know our fate. We know that we are chickens and we are meant to die and be in the pot of humans. That is the fate of all chickens, especially poultry birds, not the ones in the wild. So they told the parrot, forget all this thing you're saying, everything is possible, just believe, just do this, just do that. It's not for us. We already know our fate. We have accepted our fate. We are created by God to end up in the stomachs of humans. So leave us with that kind of inspiring us to fly like eagles and do all this weird stuff. So the parrot was like, okay. They told him, but wait, rather inspire us to see the virtue in dying, inspire us with death motivation. The parrot said, yeah, I could actually twist a thing or two, but one of those chickens, one of those birds in that cage, he said, no, keep on giving me this eagle kind, lion type, everything is possible motivation. But for them, you could give them their death motivation, you could end up in the stomach of humans kind of motivation. So that's what the parrot was doing. So every day when he came to feed these chickens, he would go to one side and tell the group of birds that want to hear death motivation, you are meant to die, you are meant to be eaten, you are meant to become frozen chickens, you are meant to end up in the stomach of human beings, you are meant to be fried, you are meant to be this. And they were just happy, like being inspired to die, like martyred or something like that. Then he went to this special other one on the other side and be inspiring him. You are meant to fly, you are meant to be an eagle, you are meant to do like this, you are meant to do the impossible. Man, as he was telling them, these ones were getting motivated and ready to die. As he was telling this other person on the other side that is getting motivation for life, for belief and all this, everything is possible kind of stuff. He was being inspired. Yeah, I can actually do great things. These other chickens, we are ready to die, end up in the pot of humans being fried as fried chicken. So that's what was happening. So the parrot, he will go to Palm, they will listen to videos, watch all these things for hours and hours and hours, and he gets it, he twists it, because no motivational speaker is teaching people how to die or teaching people how to be motivated to kill themselves. But he will twist it a little bit, and tell this group of birds, you are motivated to die, you are motivated not to amount to anything, just to end up in a pot, and come to this other guy and give him pure what he had, because pure motivation, inspire him. So everybody was getting what they requested for. So this other bird that said, I want this motivation to actually be able to do the impossible, I want this motivation to fly, to do this thing. Something started coming upon him. He was like feeling, this is just more than now listening to what this parrot is saying. I actually believe what this parrot is saying. So that bird now, he stopped eating like the others. He started like stretching his wing, doing a lot of exercises, doing a lot of things. And the other birds, the other like hundreds of birds that were like, don't you know you are a chicken? Look at how fat we are. Look at how we look. We are chickens. Stop believing that the big fat lie that you are meant to fly. So they were looking at him. He was doing day and night. He just ate a little so that he could stretch his wings and reduce his weight, because as he's fat, he can't fly like an eagle. He stretch his wings in the night, stretch his wings, stretch his arms, do a lot of exercises, stretch, breathing exercise, just doing this thing day after day, day after day. And his physique started changing. He started looking different from the others. He was now more slim, longer wings, kind of those kind of stuff. And the others were looking at him. They were like fat and big. Their legs was glued to the ground because they were hefty birds. They were like, dear chicken. They'll just come, if they see him doing his exercise and all this kind of stuff, they will just come and meet him and tell him, look, the only thing that you will amount by doing this stuff you're doing is to be a bitter chicken. when people eat you. Your meat won't be sweet, your meat will just be hard, and there's nothing wonderful about that. Just continue being like us and be fat, and when people eat you, they will thank God that God created chickens. Stop doing all this exercise that is making you look, we don't even know what to call it. Are you a chick muscle or what's this? So that's what continue happening. Parrot receive motivation, death motivation, parrot receive motivation, give this one life motivation. Everything is possible. You are meant to die. Everything is possible. You are meant to. That's what kept on happening over and over and over again. And as time passed, months passed, the Palm now used to change these beds like every 3 to 6 months. So the time was approaching, and he will give a call to this company that he works for that makes him keep the beds. This frozen chicken company that turn chickens into frozen meat and those kind of stuff. Yeah. So he gives them call like, okay, these chickens, yeah, they are now available for being taken out so that you could put new beds. So after giving the call, they say, okay, no problem, we'll send our butcherman with the van and he will just slaughter all of them there and take it, and that will be it, and they'll pay Pam. So Pam already put the call and he kept on doing what he's doing, his other businesses and everything already. And these birds, very fat, heavy kilograms. This other one looking kind of weird, long wings, slim and kind of different from the others, and they were just making mockery of him. Nobody will enjoy your meat, ha 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 ha. Nobody will enjoy your meat. Everybody just looking at him as if he's crazy. What are you trying to do? You're allowing that parrot to fool you? Don't you know that parrots talk too much? Don't you know? You're just talking a lot of things. So the day started approaching steadily that the butcherman was going to come. So on the very, very D-day that the butcherman came, they brought all the beds because the chickens brought them out to the compound, freed them, the butcherman and his team, they were on one side. Oh my God, everybody was just looking. So the other birds, they were like honored. They have been motivated for months to die. They have been receiving this motivation like, we are meant to die, hallelujah, we are meant to die. So that's the kind of motivation they have been receiving for months. So now they just find it easy. The butcherman doesn't even have to chase them. They just walk, bam, 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 and the butcherman grabs them, slits their throats, and they have a smile on their face when they're dying. So that's what happened, and like every of them in line just going to be killed. They have been motivated to die. Like they are happy, they are willing to end up in the pots of humans. But this other bird now, he was like tense. So like, so all these things, am I still going to die like this other one? This one that with their mockery still just mean nothing. I'll just die like them. What is going to happen? So my God, this butcherman saw that one. He was like, is this other chicken sick or what? Let me even kill him before he dies, before he dies and nobody can eat his meat, will get thrown away. So he started chasing that chicken that is looking quite different from the rest, just looking very different. So they chased him. When they caught him, they wanted to slit his throat with a big butcher knife. Then that parrot was like, God, if I just allow this guy to cut this guy to, what's the point? It's just as if the whole motivation I was giving that guy was nonsense, because these guys, they were motivated to die, they are happy to die, but this guy was motivated to fly, motivated to do the impossible, but now he's about to be killed. So the parrot said, I will interrupt this thing, I will do something. So as the butcherman was about to slit that bird's throat, the parrot flew into the face of that butcherman and caused a little distraction, and he hit the butcherman, and the butcherman left that bed, and the bird ran away. Ooh, gone. And the parrot, as he was in the mid-air flying, he shouted on that bird. He said, I believe in you, everything is possible. Ha! My God. When that parrot told that bird that thing, it's as if an anointing came on him, as if something different. It was like as if power just came upon him. It was like, this parrot actually believes in me, I also believe in me, and it all makes sense. Something just came upon him. The bird ran and jumped up, stretched his wings, flapped it, and he saw himself inside the sky. He have developed himself, changed his physique, his muscles, everything, his wings just like those of the birds that can fly, everything interlocked, everything just perfect for flight. He was in the mid-air, poop, even flew higher than the parrot, and gave another one, poof, and he was out. He flew away. Like, even the butcherman was, my God, I said it that chicken was not a chicken, that was a pigeon. No wonder, it just looking slim, looking different, long wings. That was not a chicken, it was a pigeon. I said it. That was my woohoo. Everybody was wondering. But Pam, he knew that chicken. He knew it. He knew that was not a pigeon. He knew that was a chicken. He was wondering, what happened here? That one left. But now, when that bird has flied away, all the other birds that were around, they were like, so there's a way that chickens could actually fly, and we are just there receiving motivation to die. So now all of them were confident, wanting to die, wanting to just kill themselves. But as they saw that other bird fly away, everybody became scared. Everybody started running. My God, I don't want to die. I want to fly too. I want to fly too. But it was too late. They were too heavy. Some of them weighing 3 kilograms, 4 kilograms. Big birds on the ground. They can't even run. Say, I want to fly too. I want to fly. And the butcherman is just carrying them. What is this other one's trying to do? Cut their head. And he killed all of them. And put it inside the van, and away went the butcherman. And Pam was putting calls to get new intake of birds, and everything business as usual. But now, as Pam and his parrot were sitting, even the parrot was like, wow, what just happened today? So Pam and his parrot were discussing. So it was like, so parrots, what's happened here? It's like, that chicken actually fly like an eagle, even flew higher than how you fly, Mr. Parrot. So the parrot was like, man, Pam, I have to tell you this story. I really have to tell you what happened here. So the parrot opened his mouth. He said, Pam, actually, these motivational speeches and all these things that we are listening to, I actually went into those cage of those things. I shared these things and this, da. So after I told Pam, Pam was like, wait, you mean you were giving this guy different motivation from the others, and this is what happened? Like, my God, he told the parrot, we have to find that bird. We have to find that bird. Because Pam was like, my God, this is actually what I'm looking for. Because he knew that as a motivational speaker, somebody that wants to inspire people, you need a story. And what this parrot just shared to him could be his breakthrough. He was like, parrot, you have to find that bird. You have to find that chicken. Is somewhere. Find him. So the parrot said, no problem. The parrot went out, started flying, looking for that bird. Where have you seen a chicken flying? Have you seen a chicken flying? Have you seen a chicken flying? Looking. Chicken don't fly that much nowadays. But everybody knew, like, yeah, I saw this chicken. He passed it. The parrot looked till he saw where the chicken was on a very, very high tree. He went there. He pleaded with the chicken. He told him, Pam won't kill you. The butcherman is away. Pam just want to hear what happened here. Like, what actually happened. What happened? So you said, no problem. Even just the fact that I was able to fly is enough joy for me, that even though Pam, kills me now, I'm happy. That the fact that I was able to fly in my lifetime, and the other birds, they got what they wanted. I got what I wanted. I'm just happy. So don't even think. I'll come to Pam. So he flew together, two of them flew together and came to Pam. So this parrot was in the middle. The chicken here, Pam here. So he was doing like an interpreter, because Pam doesn't hear chicken language, but the parrot hears chicken language. So he was doing like an interpreter between the two. So they were discussing. So like Pam was like, wow. This actually makes perfect sense. This makes perfect sense. So he was like, guess what? I think I will film it, document it, upload on different distance, but we have to do it again because it have to be replicated, so nobody will be like, this is a different chicken or something. So the new intake of chickens that Pam brought, Pam allowed the chicken and his parrots and everybody, they were like motivating those new chickens, the whole kind of motivation to fly and everything and those kind of stuff. So they were giving them the motivation, and in that next batch, a very good percentage of them replicated exactly what that first chicken did. They flew too, but a good percentage of them, as usual, some people don't want to believe, some people just want to end up in, I don't know, as chickens as they are. So some ones did not work, some ones worked. So Pam actually discovered there's something going on here. So Pam took it up on himself, and his parrot, the new set of birds, the ones that could fly, and he actually published it. And when Pam published this, his documentary, that I am now the motivational speaker for animals, I'm the one that inspires for animals. So Pam was like, this was like a kind of a new niche. Nobody was in that niche. Nobody does this kind of stuff, talking to animals and doing that kind of stuff. So Pam was like unique. He was sought after worldwide. So him, his pet parrot, and that chicken, they were like the team, moving around the world, sharing the story, doing everything, talking about these things. That they were just doing this thing, and like Pam blew up. His whole motivational career exploded. Everything went to another level. Everything was like new dimension. So Pam was now the motivational speaker to animals. Pam was also motivating humans, because some of these principles could also apply to humans, and everything was just bliss. And that's the end of the story. Excellent, beautiful story. I hope you had an amazing time with this story, and I hope you used your imagination to paint all the pictures. So what's the moral lesson from this story? There's so much to learn. I mean, there's so much to learn. Anything you learned, type it in the comment box, but just a few that I will share with you. One of the things I learned is that what you're looking for is right where you are. So you can see the breakthrough, the next level that Palm was seeking was actually around the corner. So what you're looking for is right where you are. That's one of the things I learned. There's so much more. You could type other things. There's so much more. Believe and all this kind of stuff. There's so much more to it. So don't forget, for me, one of the principles I just want to put in this video now, I'll still type some other ones in the comments, and you can also type some in the comments. But one of the main principles that I saw it there is like what you're actually looking for is right where you are. So start where you are with what you have, and believe me, you will get to where you are supposed to be. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and see you next time. And next time is actually on Friday, because we now upload Mondays, Fridays. Bye.